From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Saturday, March 21st, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.75 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,183 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $262. Antiwar.com reports 12 years ago the U.S. military invaded Iraq, falsely claiming an Iraqi weapons of mass destruction program and 9/11 as a pretext. Like most American wars, it was supposed to be a cakewalk, a quick regime change, and being greeted as liberators. Like most American wars, it did not turn out that way. Joint Chiefs of Staff Chairman General Martin Dempsey took part in the 1991 Iraq War and the 2003 Iraq War, and yesterday marveled at the sense of deja vu he is experiencing as the U.S. builds up for another protracted war in Iraq. General Dempsey insisted he did not expect the U.S. military to be active in Iraq by now, something most officials can probably relate to. The easy wars have added up to a single protracted disaster. Dempsey and other Pentagon officials are trying to play up lessons learned in the past failures, but they again warn that the whole thing hinges on some sort of unity between Iraq's Shiite and Sunni populations, something the U.S. has proven time and again to be unable to pull off. ExpressCoin is the best choice for buying Bitcoin, Litecoin, Dogecoin, and more. ExpressCoin prides themselves on their customer service, so much so that the back end on the website should allow them to be even more focused on your needs. Get your cryptocurrencies with money order, check, wire transfer, or cash deposit. Get started at expresscoin.fppradio.com. That's expresscoin.fppradio.com. UPI reports the Federal Reserve paid the U.S. Treasury a record $96.9 billion of its profits in 2014, according to documents released by the central bank on Friday. The jump in its annual remittances to the Treasury was due in part to interest income earned on bonds the Fed purchased in recent years in an effort to help rebound the U.S. economy. The Fed paid the Treasury $79.6 billion in 2013. The number is expected to go down in the coming years as the Federal Reserve lets its bond program gradually shrink and looks to increase interest rates. Buoyed by the strengthening economy, the central bank announced an end to the bond buying program in October. The Fed's total assets at the end of 2014 were $4.5 trillion, up $500 billion from the previous year. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports an Ohio man freed last year after spending 39 years in jail for a murder he did not commit will receive more than $1 million from the state for his wrongful imprisonment. An Ohio Court of Claims judge on Thursday ordered that just over $1 million be paid to Ricky Jackson, the longest-held U.S. prisoner to be cleared of a crime. Jackson told the Cleveland Plains Dealer, which said he learned of the payment from a journalist, Wow, that's fantastic, man. I don't even know what to say. This is going to mean so much. Jackson was convicted along with Wiley Bridgman and Bridgman's brother Kwame Ajamu for the 1975 murder of Harold Franks, a money order salesman in the Cleveland area, after a 12-year-old boy testified he saw the attack. The boy, Eddie Vernon, recanted his testimony years later and told authorities he never actually witnessed the crime. There was no other evidence linking Jackson to the killing. Other witnesses confirmed that the then-teenage Jackson was on a school bus at the time of the killing. He had originally been sentenced to death but escaped because of a paperwork error. Bridgman was freed soon after Jackson after the charges were dismissed last November. Although Bridgman was first freed in 2002, he was imprisoned again for a probation violation. A Cleveland judge in December dropped all charges against Ajamu, who spent 27 years in jail before having his death sentence commuted and being freed in 2003. The 39 years Jackson spent in jail was the longest time a prisoner has been held before being exonerated. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.